Welcome back to Atlanta & Company. I'm Tom Sullivan. You can't turn on the news these days or stop by the water cooler at work without hearing about the tough economy. You know, while the financial news can be overwhelming and depressing, it's now more important than ever to be smart about your finances. Many financial pundits are projecting a very gloomy future, but the future doesn't have to be so gloomy. We're glad to have the shopping queen, Fatima Metakarimi, back to help us make sense of this news and give us some sense and help us remain calm. How are you doing?
I'm great, and yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. Well, last time we saw you just had a baby. How's your baby daughter?
She's doing great. She's doing great, growing.
Oh, that's great. Well, let's talk about something not so exciting, perhaps, the economy. How can we change our perspective during this crisis that's happening right now?
Well, I think that is the key, is just changing your perspective. Just sort of like you look at a clock every minute and it makes time go slower.
Right.
It's the same thing if you're checking your stock market, portfolio every day. It's going to it's going to make the pain even worse. So it's just take a breath, step back, and remember that the stock market and your retirement, it's long term. And you need to be thinking about it in that type of time frame instead of every day.
Well, so many of us, including myself, called my stockbroker and said, stop everything, and I panicked like most Americans. And I guess perspective is the key and long-term growth.
Exactly, because you should have been in it unless you live on Wall Street, you should have been in it for the long term. So the day-to-day fluctuations should not rattle you. You shouldn't let them rattle you.
All right, well then, let's say we want to jump on sales and discounts right now, but really give us some tips that we can, help us save money when we're out there shopping and trying to make, ends meet and buy things.
Well, I think it's being smart about, where you're putting your savings. Obviously, my website is shoppingqueen.com.
Right.
You can go there for both coupons and sale and deal news. But also, it's just being smart about where you're spending your money. Just because something is on sale doesn't mean it's something that you should buy. Whether it's a box of cereal or a new pair of shoes, you should be smart and see if it's something that you're really going to use, not just because it's on sale or that you have a coupon for it.
Yeah, like I'm at the grocery store and I see buy one, get one free. I
Yeah.
maybe don't necessarily, I'm just enticed by the word free.
Exactly.
But is this true? A lot of times grocery stores will let you have that one item at half the price.
Most grocery stores these days now will, if it's buy one, get one free, they put it in their system that each one is half the price, so you can't actually get one.
Okay, so now we all love coupons. I mean, we have the power in our hand when we go to the merchant. So what do we need to keep in mind? What do we need to worry about first when using coupons?
Well, you want to make sure that you're following as far as expiration dates and any specific restrictions they might have, whether it be the type of product or the type of merchandise. Sometimes some coupons say it's only valid on regular price merchandise versus sale merchandise. So just making sure you read the fine print and pay attention to the expiration dates. And also with grocery stores, it's good to know what their doubling options are, because sometimes maybe a 35-cent coupon might actually be better than a 60-cent coupon, because the 35-cent gets doubled to 70. So whereas the 60-cent might not get doubled. So it's good to become aware with both the coupon policies and the store policies.
You know what I found is, and see if you agree on this, like when I'm going to an online merchant and I Google the merchant's name and put in like discount or coupon code in order to find a cheaper way to save money there.
Yes, that's one of the great tips that I do recommend, is to do a web search with that merchant's name with the word coupon, coupons, and discount codes. So try all of those, as well as there's some great sites that you can visit too that do have those codes for each merchant. One of them is retailmenot.com, and the other one is dealcoupon.com, and they have a great list of all the different promotions at online retailers.
Okay, fantastic. And of course, we can find links on your website, shoppingqueen.com. All right, well, speaking of bills, how can we save on bills?
Well, I think that's one of the places that people neglect to look at. It's like they think sales and coupons, that's the way to save money. But it's really, if you can cut down your monthly bills, that you really see your savings add up, because they'll be month after month after month. So we can start off with like your internet, cable, and phone service bills. There's so much competition out there. So if you just go out and see what is out there, you can call your current provider and see if they can match them, what kind of promotions they're running. So just being aggressive with it and asking for the discount with your current provider.
And bundling is also another good one.
Bundling, it sometimes makes sense and it sometimes doesn't make sense. It depends on, what kind of promotions that they're currently running and then what your needs are. Because I find sometimes people, in order to quote unquote save money with bundling, they might be getting services that they might not need, or they might be upgrading to services that they might not need.
All right, Fatima, talk about credit cards, how we can save money there.
Well, with credit cards, there's been a lot of talk about the credit markets and so forth. And one thing that I've noticed with people that get so flustered with what's going on in the markets is they get what I call the ostrich syndrome. They stick their head in the sand and they don't look out. Then they've got their bills piling up with late fees that they're missing, finance charges. So it's make sure to stay on top of your credit card bills. And also, you can even take it one step further and call your current provider, your current banks, and see if they can offer you better rates. It's been shown that the majority of people that actually call and negotiate for a rate discount do actually get it. So that's one way that you can definitely, cut both your finance charges and as well different fees or whatever you have is just calling and asking for a rate discount.
That's good to know. On negotiating with your credit card lender. Okay, let's talk about natural gas.
Yes, in Georgia, since we are deregulated, you have different marketers providing your natural gas for you. It's the same gas, but different prices. And when you speak to most people, I ask them, do you know how much you're paying per therm? And they look at me and they don't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't have a clue.
And that's the key, because especially now that we're going into the winter months, we're going to be using a lot of natural gas. So you want to go to the Public Service Commission's website, which I do have it linked on my website, for you to see what different marketers are offering in their therms. So you can call and see if your provider will either match that or if you want to move to a new provider, but you can look at both their variable and their fixed rates.
Do you think it's good to lock in on a fixed rate?
I think if you can get anything under $1 right now, that would be great. Even $1.10, I would say, would be definitely something that you could look into. Obviously, I can't project the future, but I would say if you can lock in, I'm personally locked in at 99 cents.
You're lucky.
So, but definitely look out and see what all the different rates and promotions are out there.
All right, when we go to your website, shoppingqueen.com, tell us about all the great things we're going to find there.
Well, you can find both coupons for local merchants, as well as I do have some online merchants as well, and also advice on where to go to find other deals or how to save money and all kinds of great deal and shopping news.
Good, so everybody should definitely bookmark your page.
Yes, definitely.
Lots of great savings. Fatima, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, for more great time and money saving ideas and tips and coupons, we love those coupons, visit the Shopping Queen's website. It's shoppingqueen.com and sign up for her newsletter and save even more money. All right, coming up next on Atlanta.